I want you all to mark your calendars because come November 1st, if SNAP and EBT benefits are not made available, oh, there is going to be a group that is going to spectacularly crash out online and in the media. But it's not going to be the group that many people think that it will be.
Am I a bad person because I got a little smile on my face when I found out that 42% of the people that receive SNAP benefits are white people in red states?
So I just finally got confirmation that food stamps is officially cut for next month.
About 2 months ago, I stopped eating dinner almost every night of the week so that my boyfriend and I could have enough food left over to have lunch the next day. This was before we were about to lose our food stamps. Mind you, we both work.
I don't think that we really realize the depth that this is, the damage that this is going to do, but the women, the mothers, and the families, but the mothers especially, who are going to go without meals so their children don't have to. I know that I will absolutely be one of those mothers.
But because we have children and because aftercare and before care is too expensive, I've taken a job that's basically minimum wage so that I can be there to pick up my kids. I cannot fathom what we're going to do without that food stamp money, because if I already couldn't eat dinner with that food stamp money.
I'm so tired of seeing people say like, oh, well, maybe if you had a job, you could get your groceries, or, you know what I'm saying, you would have to depend on SNAP. I work full time. Thank you. And I do rely on stamps because guess what? It's not enough money in this economy for me to be able to pay bills and get stuff that we need and provide for my 2 kids. So yes, I depend on stamps.
Hi guys, welcome back to our channel. In case you're new here, my name is Maren.
And I'm Maureen.
Right, so in today's episode, we're going to be reacting to videos of Americans who are going into crash outs because of the ending of SNAP benefits, yeah? Right, and most of them have predicted that as of November 1st, it is going to be a very unpredictable month. Right, and when you look at this, a lot of people are coming onto the internet. More of them are looking for outlets, you know, just a way to vent and a way to get their feelings out, and a lot of them are finding that on the internet, expressing themselves, you know. But my question is to you, our audience, especially those who live in America. Are you guys doing okay? Like, I know that's a very ambiguous question, but I have to ask, how are you really doing? How are you coping in these difficult times, you know? Right, so let's look at some people's reaction in today's video, and then we come back and talk about it. But you can also let us know what you think about this episode on the comment section, right? And also consider subscribing if you're new to our channel. Let's watch and then you come back and talk about it.
I want you all to mark your calendars because come November 1st, if SNAP and EBT benefits are not made available, oh, there is going to be a group that is going to spectacularly crash out online and in the media. But it's not going to be the group that many people think that it will be. This country has long lied on Black Americans, saying that we're lazy, that we always have our hand out, that we always play the victim, and that we are the majority recipients of government assistance. One of the most damaging and devastating racist lies that have been told about our community is that our Black American women are welfare queens who have babies out of wedlock so that they can subsist on government assistance. Some members of our own community even have internalized that lie and believe it. But it is a lie. Black Americans, the majority of us know that we are the group that is the exact opposite of all of those racist lies. Despite living in a racist, anti Black nation, we continue to survive and, in many cases, thrive because we excel in making something out of nothing, of surviving seemingly insurmountable odds with our resilience and ingenuity and persistence. But come November 1st, if those SNAP and EBT benefits are not available, the world is going to see who the true welfare queens have always been. And let me tell you something. They belong to the same group as those farmers who have been all over the media and online crying and begging for the federal government to give them yet again another handout to bail them out because they have been dependent and reliant on federal government handouts for generations. And it is intended for them to get another bailout with their own tax dollars after the shutdown ends. It's going to be that same group that those farmers belong to. They are going to be melting down all over the place.
This government shutdown has been laying the foundation for the mark of the beast. If you look, these SNAP benefits are going to end in November. They're not going to be paying for people to get free food anymore. This is going to cause people to steal. It's going to cause people to be hungry. And I can promise you that instead of going into the grocery store and stealing their food, it's going to be a lot easier for these people to hijack your groceries when you're pushing them out to your car. So be prepared, have discernment, look around you, make sure that you keep yourself safe. And when they say, oh, you're hungry, and if you want to eat, then all you have to do is take this mark. They're not going to call it a mark. They're going to call it something else. But you'll know with all of your heart that it's wrong. And when you know this, do not take it. Because they have laid the groundwork for this to come now. And as the end of days is upon us, and Jesus will be returning soon, this mark of the beast needs to come out. And everything that has been written in the Bible has been coming true. So be aware. Pay attention to what's going on. Listen to those around you. Every single church that I've listened to is talking about how we are in end times now. So use discernment. Stop living in the flesh. Build your relationship with Jesus, because Jesus is the only way to the Father. I pray for you all. Amen.
How the fuck would you like to pay off all your credit card debt 2 months ago, and then boom, the government shut down? Now you gotta rely off your fucking credit cards again.
Benefits being cut off in November, because the only thing that stands between the masses and the lives of the elites is the social contract in which the masses have food. It takes about 1 day for an entire civilization to completely cannibalize itself when that social contract of food being available is gone. The thing that keeps the elites up at night is you being hungry for 1 single day. Because that's the only barrier between them and you throughout history. It's a fact. They already fixed the WIC program and had it removed from being affected by this because it was the first thing to be losing its benefits, and they're now pulling money from the tariff revenue to supplement that income for single mothers with children. You know why? Because of the exact same reason. It takes 1 day for someone who is hungry in masses to rip your head off. So don't worry about it too much. They're terrified of that, so it'll get resolved. Even if it's in the very last second and they get tons and tons and tons and tons of clicks over it and you get a bunch of anxiety from it, because that's what they're scared of, is you.
This video explains better than anything else I've seen why these SNAP cuts are going to devastate everybody, even the people who say, oh, I don't care if they have SNAP or not. Just watch this.
Every single person in this country benefits from food stamps, even if you yourself don't receive them. And if you don't believe me, here's a story about Mary. She gets $150 in SNAP benefits every single month. She spends $50 of that at Diane's farm every month getting fresh produce. It's great. She gets good food. Diane gets an income. But next month, benefits are cut off, so Mary can't go to the stand. But it's not just Mary that can't go, it's the 50 other families that also use their SNAP benefits at Diane's. So now, 50 families plus Mary aren't getting fresh food, and Diane has lost out on thousands of dollars of income, which is absolutely catastrophic as a small local farmer. She was going to use that money to replace the tractor that broke down so that she could keep farming. So now she literally can't keep farming. So she's not only not providing food to families on SNAP, she's not able to provide food to the community at large. And the person who was going to sell her that tractor, he was going to get a commission. And what was he planning to use that commission for? To pay for his mother's health insurance that she just lost. She needs medication every single month. And so now she has to scrape together whatever penny she has to try to pay for her medication, which means she can't get the mold in her apartment repaired, which means the repair person she was going to pay, she can't come in and do the repair. So she's lost out on income too. And the store that the repair person goes to buy things to make the repairs, they're seeing declining sales because people are making less repairs. So the store has less repairs, the repair person has less work, the mom doesn't have health insurance, he hasn't made a sale, she doesn't have a tractor, food isn't being made, people on SNAP aren't eating. Do you not see how it's all connected? Even if you don't have a shred of integrity that says, oh, I just want people to have food, I just want people to eat. Do you not see how it's all, even if you don't have it in you to care about people just having food, can you at least see how programs like SNAP being shut down literally do affect you?
Also, remember that Republicans control the House, the Senate, and the presidency. They could end this shutdown tomorrow if they wanted to. They could also find funds for SNAP, just like they're finding funds to pay ICE. They also could take some of the money that they're sending to Argentina and put it towards these SNAP payments, but they simply don't care.
Now I'm looking at my bank statement. My checking account is in the negative. Cause guess what? I over fucking draft. And now I'm looking at my credit cards like I just paid y'all off 3 fucking months ago, and all of a sudden I'm back in fucking debt. What's going on? I need y'all to open the fuck back up. I need to go back to work, but I can't. The government is shut down. I'm about to lose my mind. I miss her.
If something isn't done, November 1st, SNAP benefits are going to stop. Right in time for the holidays. 42 million people are going to be affected by this, and 39% of that 42 million is children. There's also elderly people and handicapped people, and people that can't work, and they depend on those SNAP benefits to eat. Food banks aren't going to be able to handle this. And I know food banks try, but 42 million people can't be fed through food banks. And the Republicans are saying that the Democrats turned down something on the floor, going to pay the benefits. Well, that's just not true. There's never been anything on the floor about SNAP benefits. No, this is them choosing not to pay the SNAP benefits while the government shut down, even though the money's available. There's enough money that they could keep the SNAP program open, but they prefer to keep the government shut down and not feed these people. Yep, but the holidays are coming up. Yeah, so make sure you make your plans to go to your church services and get mad when people say happy holidays because they're taking the Christ out of Christmas.
So all my cousins in Missouri, y'all entire SNAP benefits will be shut down in November. Nobody will qualify for any type of assistance November 1st. Yeah, they claim it's because of the government shutdown, but no matter how it goes, I'm going to tell you why you're going to be able to survive with this shutdown. Okay, so check it. Me, I'm a mom who is very much kept. I didn't want to go to work. Okay, I stayed at home with my kids, 4 children. My husband worked. Okay, so that's a family of 6. We have not had food stamps for over a year. And yes, we pay the rents that you pay too. We have figured out what we had to release in order to gain. Follow me, okay? So if you are new to me, if I'm just popping up on your page, hey, I'm Dominique. Welcome to the Nash House brand, okay? I had my car repoed because I couldn't afford it. I was homeless before that, so I'm not going to go back to being homeless, right? Right. I gave up the car. Car was $600 a month. The insurance was $400 a month. Plus always putting gas in that mug. Plus maintenance, you feel me? Okay? Where we live at, pay $1,800 a month. I know, asinine. And the place has been up since 1984. But you know what? We need a shelter. Check. But do we really need this car? You gonna say, yeah, because I need to get around. No, you have a bus a train system. You have Lyft, you have Uber. In St. Louis, you have Via, which is rideshare. So you're going to have to learn how to get along with people, okay? Then you have your feet. Your feet. God bless you with feet. Walk. Get your fat ass up and go out and walk. Then your hip won't be hurting. You won't be so fucking fat, because I used to be 400 pounds. Now that my ass got to walk everywhere, now I'm 186. But anyway, okay? Not to mention if you ride a bike, a scooter. What's them little things that be everywhere downtown? Is that the scooter thing? Yeah, scooter. Get on them motherfuckers. Y'all gotta stop being dependent on the system, man. Make the decisions to release something so you can gain something else. When I release that car, when I release car insurance, because it's a scam, when I release having to pay personal property tax, because y'all ain't paying them, but y'all still riding around in that car that ain't been registered since 2020, okay? Leave that shit alone. Let that car go. You'll be able to feed yourself and start planning. You don't have to buy food for a month, baby. You only in the day. Wake up that day, thank the Lord. Say, Creator, God, I thank you for this day. I thank you for the magic that's going to happen for me today. Look yourself in the mirror and say, I got this. And God will help you provide and find out what you're going to eat for that day. You don't need to buy food for 30 days, baby, because 30 days ain't promised. Y'all ain't feeling me. You only get one day. Stop thinking about everything ahead, because that provides anxiety. Stop focusing on what's in the past, because that provides trauma. And live in today. That's how you're going to be able to get over that hump. And it only takes 30 days for you to do something for it to be your new normal. Now, y'all walk. Because if you from St. Louis and you still watching this video, you ain't new to this. You ain't new to this. We came from the hood where we had nothing but scraps. So y'all need to get on your job. Save your money. Look at what you eating. Okay? I stopped buying all the meat like we've been programmed to do. Oh, I need 10 pounds of ground beef for the month. I need 15 pounds of chicken. Nah. Okay, take you some days where you don't eat meat. 2 days out of the week. Tuesdays and Thursdays. And eat plant-based food. And if you know how to cook, you ain't gonna be able to tell the difference. Alright? Now, if you need some recipe ideas, I got a food blog playlist on TikTok and on YouTube. And it's better ingredients are going to cost you more, but you won't need to eat them as often. Stop buying packs of ramen noodles. Them are not good for your system. The reason why y'all keep eating them and you eat them up before the month is over is because it's addictive, because it's not real food. Whatever is not real and is synthetic is going to make you crave it more. Synthetic don't go in this body. This 100% human, baby. Yours too. So I'm going to need you to stop eating that shit. You eating like you, ooh. It's raining. That's confirmation. God's blessing is upon us. This is a blessing for y'all in St. Louis. It's time for y'all to believe the ancestors are tired of saying y'all eat scraps. You don't eat like Big Mama. You eat better than Big Mama. I love you, cousin.
So guys, welcome back. Let us know what you think about the episode we just played here. I feel like these are gonna be very, very difficult moments, So the best you can do is just, I don't know, people are coming out and advising people about what themselves are doing and what they feel like it's gonna work for themselves, yeah? But I do feel like November 1st is just a day away. Mm-hmm. Someone mentioned a very interesting point, and they said that what 1% is afraid of more than anything is being attacked by an angry crowd or a hungry crowd that wants what they've got, right? And as of this woman's opinion, she was thinking that just before the moment, someone might say something or something might change and the SNAP benefits might be reimbursed back to the people. Yeah, already the internet is going crazy and there are people who are talking crazy on there, There are people who are speaking of robbing places, there are people who are speaking of, they may not realize how this is coming off, but there are people who are speaking... Or how serious the allegations of theft theft and violence, So I do feel like it's really gonna get very, very, chaotic. And whatever you do to an audience or a mass or a group of people, you have to give them time to adjust to difficult times. You just don't thrash them into situations, And that is what has been happening since elections. Americans have been thrashed into situations. One day you're waking up, you're finding that this and this, you've been affected in one way or another. The next day you wake up, you're thrashed into a new situation where your health care is being threatened. The next day you wake up and you hear that tariffs everywhere. Your life is going to be affected in this way or another, Right. But again, I do believe that until you find yourself in a particular situation, it is not 100% guaranteed that that situation is going to be as ugly as it looks. So for right now, people still don't know how bad or how worse it's gonna get in November, or if it will get better in November, or if all this was just a smoke screen to see people's reactions. So it's just a waiting game, really, because November 1st is just around the corner. Right. And I think when the day finally hits is when Americans will know for certain if SNAP benefits have truly been cut back. Yeah, and somebody was speaking and they were saying of the opinion that this is not really bad because them taking away SNAP benefits, now people have to readjust their brains and they have to start getting used to, a system that is no longer there. And maybe they're saying maybe you're gonna be fine once you cross that line and realize that that is not the end of you. Are you of the same opinion? I would like to know. But my biggest question in regards to that statement is, okay, even if people do adjust without SNAP benefits. So the funds that were being taken from the taxpayers' money to fund these programs, those funds, where will they be geared towards? But the government has shut down, but that's a very good question. But the money, aren't people still paying taxes even if the government is shut down? Right, or Americans, let us know, now that the government is shut down, have you stopped paying taxes? Definitely not. Yeah, so that is my biggest question. Now that if truly SNAP benefit has been cut back, where is that money going? Anyway, guys, let us know what you think about this episode on the comment section, But over and above, you can weather this storm. I know that December will still find us here. And you know what's disheartening about this whole situation is the fact that the holidays are just around the corner. This is the season where there's a lot of holidays. The hardest holiday season for some people. Right. And as Marjorie Taylor Greene said, that this is going to be a huge play card of the Republican Party in regards to whether they'll be re-elected or not. Because people have long memories. Unless you start fixing the system before elections come around, people have long memories. Right, and you can imagine walking into the holidays and as a mother, you know very well that there's those meals that you're certainly going to have to miss just so your kids can get to eat, and you know that that's the beginning of many similar nights, So that is quite very sad. But anyway, I don't know what needs to happen with the American government for all this chaos to be fixed, Or I think maybe the people just need to speak a little louder. Yeah, for them, especially the palm-colored people. Anyway, let's just see how far these people are going to be pushing the majority to the wall, because you cannot expect to be pushing people so much to where they get to their breaking point. It's going to wreak, and exactly. So guys, let us know what you think about this episode on the comment section. We'd like to hear from you. Also, consider subscribing if it's your first time here. Right.